I ask a simple question. I don't have an answer. I'm not pretending to have an answer. I'm not going to give you an answer. I'm going to ask you a simple question. If that's Caitlin Clark, does she get ejected from that game? Drawing consecutive technical fouls. The ejection happened after Reese was called for her fifth foul and was, quote, disrespectfully addressing, end quote. Now it's at about 16 to 17,000. The ratings for the WNBA draft was 2.446 million, which was the largest in WNBA.
Angel Reese was expected to be a standout player, but instead, she found herself on the bench, displaying a troubling lack of effort. How did her WNBA aspirations turn into such a disappointment? And why are both fans and teammates losing patience? Imagine Reese, once the star of college basketball, making her WNBA debut amid enormous hype. Joining the Chicago Sky, she was seen as ushering in a new era, bringing talent, charisma, and a winning track record. But things quickly went wrong. Her stint with the Sky hasn't just fallen short. It's become one of the most unexpected letdowns in recent WNBA history. Her game against the New York Liberty summed it up perfectly. She played 28 minutes and didn't make a single field goal. Every shot missed, bouncing off the rim, leaving fans wincing. She ended the game with a painful plus-minus of -25.
Does not mean much at this point in my estimation. Let me tell y'all why I'm bringing this up. Over the last few days,
I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that you'd be talking about women's basketball.
At least. Look at the wave that she's created. Look at the profile that it has granted the WNBA.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too.
Then there was the stat that got everyone talking. Her shooting percentage that night was an astonishing 9.4%. Yes, just 9.4%. It was so poor that the game felt less like a WNBA matchup and more like a clip from a blooper reel. She did grab a few rebounds, but many were off her own missed shots, which only fueled the frustration. Fans even mocked her with the nickname My Bounds. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe my channel for more awesome content. Thanks.
Rescinded the second technical upon further review, according to a league source, drawing consecutive technical fouls. The ejection happened after Reese was called for her fifth foul and was, quote, disrespectfully addressing, end quote.
And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And
since she's arrived in the WNBA, that's kind of story gained national attention, and it was something that was debated on my day.
The media didn't hold back. ESPN analysts called her shooting one of the worst performances in recent memory, with one commentator even questioning whether Reese was putting in the minimum effort expected at the professional level. But her struggles went beyond stats. On the court, her frustration was clear. She received a technical foul after shouting at a referee, revealing more emotional unraveling than composure. Off the court, tensions were also evident. Cameras caught teammate Camila Cardardoso walking away from a conversation with Reese, visibly annoyed, fueling speculation about growing chemistry issues within the Sky. It became clear that Reese's difficulties weren't just personal, they were affecting the whole team. Losses mounted, and the tension she brought along hurt morale. In the end, parting ways with her seemed inevitable.
Justifiable because they were people that were pounding the pavement and going through so much to help elevate the WNBA's profile.
like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but
The reality is that the max contract in the WNBA at this particular moment in time is $250,000 to a player. I ask a simple question. I don't have an answer. I'm not pretending to have an answer. I'm not going to give you an answer. I'm going to ask you a simple question. If that's Caitlin Clark, does she get it?
For the Chicago Sky, this situation wasn't just about one player underperforming, it was about sending a message. In the WNBA, success isn't measured by flashy plays or viral moments. It's about professionalism, consistency, and delivering results. So, what does this mean for Angel Reese and the future of the Sky? Releasing her wasn't just a reaction to her on-court struggles, it was a statement of the team's core values. The Sky had hoped she would bring star power and elevate the franchise, but ultimately, they prioritized team culture over chaos. Winning and team chemistry came before headlines, hype, or controversy. This decision wasn't just about stats, it was about setting the standard for the organization moving forward.
people are watching women's basketball right now.
Yeah.
It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now.
Now it's at about 16 to 17,000. The ratings for the WNBA draft was 2.446 million, which was the largest in WNBA history.
If I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like,
just remember, you want to lift her up too, because if she rises, the whole league is going to rise. And everybody.
This was a problem no highlight reel or flashy promo could fix. Reese's decision to trademark My Bounds symbolized a shift in her priorities. Rather than honing her skills or proving critics wrong on the court, she focused heavily on self-branding. Her Instagram presence, packed with brand deals and carefully curated posts, began to outshine her actual performance. For many fans, it seemed like building a persona had become more important to her than improving her game. By contrast, Caitlin Clark stayed focused on basketball. While Reese was marketing a nickname, Clark was scoring 30-point games and thrilling fans. She ignored the distractions and let her on-court performance speak for itself.
and understanding like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly,
the doubleheader that opened the season generated over 1.5 million viewers, which was more than the WNBA had accumulated in more than 2 decades.
people are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game.
Reese addressed the media following that controversial technical.
Beast spoke to the media after that controversial technical foul, highlighting the stark contrast in priorities. The difference was clear, selling an image versus delivering the performance fans expect. And fans definitely noticed. Even ticket scalpers began avoiding games featuring Reese, as her appearances weren't generating excitement or drawing crowds. Analysts were equally critical. Why spend money to watch a player who seemed more invested in hashtags than in putting in the work on the court?
So many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.
I'm just asking. If it's Caitlin Clark, do you think that referee ejects her? You know better. Angel Reese is a rising star in the WNBA, drafted 7th overall by the Sky 2 months ago. And if everybody's benefiting, at some point in time, although it's frustrating that it took so long, and it's frustrating that it's being given to somebody.
The Chicago Sky have already moved forward, shifting their focus to rebuilding a team culture centered on discipline, focus, and results rather than distractions or drama. For Angel Reese, however, she stands at a pivotal crossroads in her career. She faces a choice: either regroup, recommit, and fully dedicate herself to the game, or risk becoming a cautionary tale of immense talent overshadowed by fame and misplaced priorities. Reese's brief time in the WNBA underscores a crucial lesson: raw talent alone is never enough. Success at the professional level demands focus, discipline, resilience, and an unrelenting drive to improve. The Sky made a difficult but definitive decision. They prioritized team chemistry, accountability, and winning above all else, recognizing that potential alone cannot carry a team. As one insider aptly noted, talent is only one piece of the puzzle. Without the hunger to grow and evolve, even the most gifted players can quickly lose their luster. Now, the ball is squarely in Reese's court. Will she treat this setback as the wake-up call she needs to reignite her career, rebuild her skills, and return stronger? Or will she quietly drift away, letting distractions and fame continue to define her narrative rather than her abilities on the court? Fans, analysts, and teammates alike are left watching and waiting, curious to see what path she chooses next, and whether she can transform early disappointment into a story of redemption and growth.